have you ever been to Yeosu? Well, I haven't. Hi, my name is Joey, and this is my friend Inhei. Welcome to the start of our Yeosu getaway. This trip was planned pretty last minute. I guess a lot of people were traveling this week because the trains, Airbnbs were all booked. But fortunately, we found our way through in booking everything and planning an itinerary. I am a very planning, schedule-oriented type of person, so the fact that we planned this trip last minute gave me so much anxiety. But now that work consumes most of my time, I've learned to appreciate moments where I can say, why not? So the theme of this Yeosu trip was, fuck it, let's go with the flow. And here we are. After 4 hours of train ride, we made it to Yeosu. I didn't realize how far down Yeosu was, but the ocean and the people-less atmosphere was already cleansing my soul. The first place we headed to was a restaurant that served 간장게장, which is raw crabs marinated in soy sauce because Bestie really wanted them. It took me by surprise how empty this restaurant was, but whatever, why not? It was my first time ever trying the raw crabs dish, and can you guess if I liked it or not? Let's just say it was a good experience. Yes. Anyways, after our bellies were full, we went to check out the beach nearby. But I'm so sorry, it wasn't the aesthetically pleasing type of beach, so we moved on very quickly. On our way towards our next excursion, we decided to get coffee first and stopped at the first cafe we saw without expecting much, but lo and behold, it was the most perfect cafe ever. Not only was this place empty, but the ocean view, Now this is what I'm talking about. We finally felt like we were on vacation. We sat around sipping coffee, taking cute pics, and let the fact that we were here and not at work happily sink in.
She is so hard to satisfy. Like,
we're having a little photo shoot and she does not like any of the photos. This cafe is so nice. It's like huge, but there's like nobody here. Now that we are charged with caffeine and dessert, we're gonna go to rail bike. Next up was rail biking. I've been wanting to do this for so long that this was kind of a dream come true for me. Bestie was being passenger princess and made me do all the pedaling. But regardless, the view was pretty nice. Did it live up to my expectations? To be honest, not really. Overall, finally got to ride rail bikes, checked off my bucket list. Next, we went to Adongdo Island. It's a very tiny island near the coast of the city known for its scenic beauty. Our favorite part was the name of the island itself. Isn't it so cute? Adongdo, dong. Anyways, nobody lives here. It's more of a tourist destination with walking trails and nice ocean views. We walked around without knowing what to expect. It kind of felt like, now what? We see trees, the ocean, we're walking. Okay, so what now? We walked around hoping to see something amazing, and in the end, we sure did. We found the go-to photo spot that the Instagrammers recommended. The view was actually pretty amazing. I liked how the edges of the mountains were framing the ocean view, and it was very windy and quiet, so you could basically hear the waves and the leaves rustling. I had a great time connecting with nature. When planning the itinerary, I scheduled us to be here all afternoon because I thought there would be a lot to see. But less than an hour, we were already done. The theme of this trip was let's go with the flow. I didn't let the fact that we had nothing else to do hinder our mood. We planned on the spot of what to do next.
sorry, I'm breathing out so loud.
I think the cameraman hates me. Do you guys see?
Aw, she's a beauty.
Okay, yeah. You really had to do that to me? Wow. So now where are we? In line for the world's best mochi. Just kidding. Not the world's best, but Yeosu is known for this strawberry mochi. This one actually lived up to expectations because I'm already salivating thinking about this mochi. Afterwards, we walked around the streets hoping to do some fun shopping. When I asked the locals, they said that this was the main area where people come to shop and chill. But guys, I don't know if it was some kind of day, but the streets and stores were empty. It was a little disappointing, but I realized this area was near something called Mural Village. So I dragged my very unathletic friend around the uphill and narrow streets to check out random murals plastered around the neighborhood. As you can see, she was very excited.
No.
Very.
Honey, it's not. There's a bench over there. There's a bench. There's bench over there. We can sit there. We can sit there.
Okay.
You know the type of friends where just sitting in silence together is already entertaining in itself? As a person who puts in a lot of importance in productivity, it didn't make sense to me that people would get together to do nothing together, because that's so not productive. But with this friendship of 16 years, Bruno Major said it best, there's nothing like doing nothing with you. This was one of my favorite moments, sitting on a random bench in a random area doing a random staring contest, just basically doing nothing. This is what true freedom and luxury means to me, when all you have is time with no responsibilities and nowhere else to be, when you can just fully enjoy each other's company in silence or in laughter. I loved how nothing was planned this afternoon. This was a big deal for a planning-oriented type of person like me, because I'm not that good at going with the flow. So the fact that we randomly found this mural village with beautiful paintings, also being able to walk uphill to eventually see a great view of the city, it felt so freeing to be exploring like this. I guess explorers get high on this type of adrenaline, eh? While walking around, we found a restaurant on the top of the hill that was looking out into the ocean, so we thought, why not have dinner here? The restaurant turned out to be really great, with such a nice view of the city and the sunset. The fact that this was all not planned made everything even better. There's this famous song in Korea that sings about the night ocean views of Yeosu, so we couldn't leave without experiencing it ourselves. After dinner, we headed back down to sit by the ocean and enjoy the views.
I was like, all my tea. And then, no, not.
Hello, starfish. Hello.
Remember my socks? No, this place is in the middle of nowhere.
어떡해?
We're so. Oh my god, what are we gonna do tomorrow? Did you see the way here? It was literally curved. I was like, what the hell? Like, then guys, look.
It's a loft.
It's really nice. I did not think it would be a loft. Wow, the first thing she does is turn on the TV. 이런 게 낫지 않아? 이거는 뷰가 잘 안 보이잖아. 그래, 지금 스토리가
Arise and shine, it's day 2 in Yeosu. We were basically in the middle of nowhere, no convenience stores nearby, basically no food. So we went to the nearest town area by calling a local taxi so that we could find something to eat. Thankfully, we found a shop that sold snacks and ramen, so we gathered food for our dinner and headed back before we got kidnapped or stranded. Thank God for local call taxi services. Luckily, we found a cafe that was a walking distance from our Airbnb, so of course we had to check it out. Our original plan for day 2 was to just chill at a cozy cafe to read or take a nap or just do nothing. Although we booked the wrong Airbnb and was an hour away from the city, everything still worked out because this cafe was the perfect cozy place we were looking for. Again, the theme of this trip was let's go with the flow, right? Who knew we would be able to find such beautiful, serene, cozy, calming atmosphere like this to chill at. We did our own thing by reading and drawing and just enjoyed the silence for a few hours with no important obligations. I love journaling and having deep talks, so Bestie and I also had a confession session where we got to share on what we liked about each other. I know it's pretty cringy, but y'all, you need real honest talk like this sometimes, cause why not? It's a nice ego boost. Just kidding. I'm just saying it's nice hearing about how the closest people in your life see you, cause you get to learn more about yourself. More than half of my life was shared with her, so she's seen it all. I truly don't take friendships like this for granted, cause there is no reason for her to stay, but she's been by my side since day one. After getting the cringy stuff out of our system, we headed back to our Airbnb. Walking on the big road felt like we were stranded in the middle of nowhere. Thankfully, we got back safely and had ramen and snacks for dinner. Life isn't about what you do, but more of who you do things with. Cause sitting on the floor, eating ramen while watching TV was a 10 out of 10 experience. But one lesson I learned from this trip is check the location of the Airbnb carefully. Don't expose me like that.
This is your setup, guys. Bye, sir.
Gosh. Wait, I'm...
Manila.
The forest land. As soon as we got here, there was like nobody, so we got the best seat.
So tell me our plan today.
Our plan is to do nothing.
We're just gonna sit here. We're just gonna sit here.
So day 3 in Yeosu was spent at another cafe, but this one was the most special and beautiful one I've ever been to. It had everything I liked in one place. Trees, flowers, mountain view, and ocean view. It was absolutely stunning. It was the perfect place to end our short getaway travels. I've been very busy with work lately, but who isn't, right? Why are people so busy? What are we all working so hard for? Although I laugh and smile while telling myself everything is going to be okay, it still gets hard when nothing changes. Life lately has been feeling like I'm running on a treadmill with no stop button to press on. But when you have a purpose or a place you're heading to, running doesn't get that tiring. But I've been feeling quite aimless with no end game in mind, which then turns my efforts of running into extreme exhaustion. Yeah, exhausted best describes my current state. That's why I really needed this let's go with the flow vacation. A time where decision making doesn't lead to big consequences, a time where I don't have a to-do list to check off, a time where I can do whatever I want without considering those around me. Although this trip was planned last minute, the thrill of finding tickets, planning a rough itinerary without knowing what to expect brings a lot of excitement. We basically explored the whole city of Yeosu and went to all the touristy areas in one day. And for day 2, although we had unexpected restrictions due to booking the wrong Airbnb in the middle of nowhere, the fact that we were able to make the most out of it by finding joy in chilling at a nearby cafe, eating ramen on the floor, having deep talks before falling asleep at night, these little moments add up to make amazing, memorable memories. And I'm glad I got to do it with you. Although I'm aging, whenever I spend time with you, it feels like I get to go back in time when life was simpler and in some ways happier. I guess that's the magic of having childhood friends, eh? No matter how old you get, you'll always just be their friend who you did lame, useless, stupid, but funny things with. And I'm okay with that. Thank you for the good times, Yeosu. Now, back to reality I go.